Alright, so we're back again. So I can get my light straight up here. So what we're going to do today is we are going to be transplanting our raspberries from being here to being on the other side of our property because it gets more sunlight. So I'm using these little nifty little gadgets here to kind of pull some of my mulch back so I can cut off the branches from this year to where they're right above the surface of the soil, and then I'm going to dig up the root system and get it ready for transplanting to the other side of our property. Trying to figure this out, holding a phone, I haven't got a camera just yet for this, and being able to give y'all a good view. So let me get my glove back on here. So what we're going to do is we have a water hose running through here. We have a little bit of a new growth here. We're going to keep that. We got a little bit of a new growth here. So what I'm going to do is pull all of this mulch basically away from the root system. You can see some of the new ones right here growing. Those are going to be our next season harvest. So they will start to grow back up in the springtime and give us wonderful raspberries during the spring. So I'm going to get these pulled up and then we'll be back. The mulch pulled away from the area around it. So now I'm going to take my pruners. You want to make sure that you have nice sharp pruners, and I'm going to clip just a few inches above the soil. So we've got all that taken care of. Pop these off. These I can give to our rabbits for them to have little chew things for their teeth. But I'm going to get this root system dug up. You can see where it has started to go over here to newer growth as well. So we'll take those as well and get those transplanted to the other side and get some raspberries growing. So while I've been digging around out here, I've come across a few of these little guys. So if you ever see these in your garden, if you have mulch beds, it is perfectly fine. These are basically a sign that everything is breaking down like it should be. It is called bird's nest fungi, because it looks like a bird's nest with little bitty eggs inside of it, which is pretty cool. So we're just going to kind of push them back in place once we get our raspberry plant taken out. This is our second larger one that we're going to be removing. I've already cut off the stalks from this past year, and you can see there are new pieces coming up for the coming up year. We got some new pieces here at the bottom as well as we pull some of this mulch back. And also, let me see if I can find some. I've been seeing it as I've been moving it. Right here, we got some. There we go. Right here, this white section here is another fungi. So this is another good thing to see when you have mulch happening or in your compost pile even. It is a fungus basically showing you that it is breaking down. I believe it is called Vicilium. I want to say that's how you pronounce it. I have it all back in here. I'm going to double check on my pronunciation. But all of that white, you want to see all of that whenever your mulch is breaking down. So all of that is some amazing things to see. Okay, so since this side of the yard does get more sunlight than the other side, we're going to go and transplant all of our raspberries, which we have here, along this section of the house, so that way we can actually get some berries for next season. So get this going and then I'll show you the final results. Okay, now I'm going to finish this out. We got all these planted so far right now. I think that's what we're going to end with for planting wise. Next, I'm gonna take a little lunch break, but we've got some strips of cardboard that we got from the place that we work. So we're gonna lay that down, cut little slits into the cardboard by each plant for them to kind of slide through it. So this whole section will be covered with cardboard, so that way we can kill off the grass and the weeds. And then we're going to layer some of our rabbit compost on top of that for a good, nice little fertilizer that can seep through. And then we've got some mulch that we're going to lay on top of that as well to get it all looking nice. For this section here, we've got the drain for the, I think that's for the air conditioner. Is there something? We're going to get one of the pieces that you use for like a rain catch drain. I can't think of the name of it right now. A gutter. That's the word I'm looking for. For the gutter catcher, we're going to get one of those and set it here, so that way all that comes off is going to come away from the plants and drain away from it. And then we're going to make sure that we don't cover this area here, because that's for our dryer vent. So we don't want to get any of that covered, so that way we can have good circulation coming out from it. But I think we're going to be doing pretty good, because this area gets some good sun, especially during the day. And it's full sun during the summertime. So we'll come back with it. Now we've got our rabbit mulch compost combo. And we're putting it down over the top of the cardboard strips. We kind of got the cardboard strips, we've layered them to kind of shorten them up as well. So we're going to get this put down, and then over the top of this we're going to get some red mulch to put down to match the beds up in the front as well. So we got a little ways to go still, but it's coming along nicely. All right, so I'm going to show y'all how to spread some mulch really good, nice and smooth, so that way you don't dig up the areas underneath it. The straw or compost, if you don't want it to blend in with it, what you want to do is you want to take a nice sturdy rake, like a hard rake, and instead of going like this, you want to turn it upside down. You want to pull it towards you, and it's going to spread it out, and it can do a nice even area without tilling up underneath it like you would do if you were using the tooth side of it. Now if you do have a big section that's deep, you can do the tooth side to just kind of move a larger section of it to get it where you want, but then you want to flip it back over and then do the flat side of it. Kick some of this back here. Okay. And then you can also take it and use it as a tapper and tap down other little spots. This right here will work perfect if you want to get at a certain depth. So yeah, a little tidbit for you. Alright, so we finally finished all of our mulch, and I've got a couple of our tile samples from work as well, done as little stepping stones to head to outdoor spigot. And then we've got the mulch heading this way as well. So I'm liking the way it's looking. So we just gotta get one extra piece like that to go for the other spot, and then get a nice little border to get all that nice and cleaned up to finish off. Alright, so we got the next half of this finished up. The maple tree started growing back up again, so I kind of cut all that down, but the gardenia bush is growing back in, so we're going to let that grow up some. And then I'm gonna come out next day or two and drill some holes in these 2 stumps going on here, and then fill those holes with some Epsom salt to be able to naturally kill off these 2 stumps here, because the Epsom salt will basically dry the inside of the trunk out, but it won't affect the plants around it. So, and then we're gonna kind of turn this kind of like a curve section here to meet up with our front spot of garden. I thank y'all for joining me. If you liked everything that you saw today, if you could just give me a thumbs up, a nice little like on here, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you like what you've been seeing on my channel, if you could hit that subscribe button and turn it from red to gray, I would greatly appreciate that as well. And if you would like to share it with someone that you know, hit that share button. That would be awesome too. Alright, well, I hope y'all have a good night and a good day, and we'll see ya another one. Bye.